And sure enough, like I alluded to earlier, Scribblenauts would find its way to iOS in 2011 and Android a few years later, and this makes perfect sense, as phones have built-in keyboard systems, and unlike the DS, multiple touches on the screen work at once, making for a much smoother experience. But I gotta be honest with you guys, alright? I only recorded a few worlds of gameplay here. While screen recording on my phone would get, like, really hot. And I'm not talking about, like, a little bit, I'm talking, like, burning. So I hope you understand. I do like YouTube, but it's not worth blowing up my phone. Although anyway, most of the game is just a collection of the levels from the DS titles, so you and I are not missing that much. While I still find the game a bit tough to control with the phone, it works for the most part really well. Some mechanics were stripped, such as adding an adjective to an already placed object, which is kind of just like, why did you take that out? I also gotta really commend the game for its price and content. Upon release, it was $5. Nowadays, though, this game is a smooth 99 cents, and there's even DLC. It's only $1, and you unlock 120 more levels. Oh my goodness. Now, of course, these are the prices nowadays. It was more expensive at the time, but if you want a Scribblenauts experience without buying a DS or something, this is a really good way to do it. It's the biggest draw to the iOS game, in my opinion. It's an insanely good deal, and cuts out the need to even have to buy a DS. And yeah, I'm recommending a phone game on this channel. I know, what's next? I'm gonna recommend a PC game or something? Some of the bells and whistles are missing. You can't easily move the camera around. At least I couldn't figure it out. I think there is a way. And some of the DLC is still annoying. You have to pay $1 for costumes now, which isn't that expensive, but feels a bit off as opposed to the $1 you could spend instead for 120 levels. One thing I really don't like about this game is the hint system. Instead of being able to use allers, you now just have to wait around. The weird part is you can't just wait. You have to wait outside of any menus, so it's not like you can just ponder while trying to type things. I think it'd be a little better if the time you spent in menus counted. I get wanting to try to figure it out by yourself. I need to take a bath after saying what I'm about to say, but this would have been a really good opportunity to have, you know, like, allers you could buy in the store, because it wouldn't be required, but would just be a nice bonus. I don't know, it's fine. It's just way inferior, and they use this for every Scribblenauts game going forward, so get used to it. If you don't like it, it sucks.
And as I said earlier, Scribblenauts Remix does mostly contain Super Scribblenauts levels. I think there's a few OG Scribblenauts levels too, and I actually remember seeing a few originals out of the worlds I played, but if you've already played Scribblenauts and Super Scribblenauts, there's not anything too substantial here for you, unless you just want to replay it. The value in 2022 is substantial. 170 levels for $2. That's 17 worlds. But I have a depressing prediction. I feel like they're just like gonna remove this like a day after I make this video, and it's just gonna like age the whole video instantly. Like, it's gonna happen. I know it, okay? Mobile games go down all the time, so if you want this game, buy it like now. I'm not even sponsored by them, but I seriously recommend you do it.
The only downside to this is that it's a digital game. Mobile phone games are not known for lasting forever. Companies delete their products for reasons, so if you even have a little interest, I seriously recommend buying this as soon as possible. Fifth Cell could just wake up tomorrow and say, "Fuck it, take it down." I mean, even console games do that now. We are so screwed.
Scribblenauts Remix concludes what I like to call the classic era of Scribblenauts, which feels weird to say because this series was really only active for 4 consecutive years, 2009 to 2013. I think the reason I feel this way though is because 2011 would be the last time Scribblenauts would be seen in this kind of crude style the series started with.